run. Couldn't hang on third down. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A 12-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us, and they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, could also result in a melee later, though. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The throw there finding its way to Boyle. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now the Packers get set to go. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dickerson. 7 yards there and a first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
No, 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down, finding Taysom Hill complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And an alley to run. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Randy Moss, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Let's get off the field.
Jackson to throw again. This will be caught by Randy Moss. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Hey, me and you all day. All day.
Jackson now off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And now he's going to use his left. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken short. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get pulled.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the interception, here's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory.
Hello again, everybody. I'm the coach, and this is Madden Ultimate.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Game situation. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Dickerson. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by LT, the Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. It was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Tucker with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Right there, 55. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Lawrence Taylor.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Wilson. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And the ball is knocked out, and the Packers pick it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Man open, it's Moss complete. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Demario Davis there on the stop. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when they clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Randy Moss there to make the grab. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. The Packers keeping the offense out there now as he'll go for 2.
Randy Moss led the league in receiving touchdowns 5 times starting in 1998, the last coming in 2009. And a lot of it, to me, was not just the natural talent, which was unbelievable, but the determination. Always was upset he wasn't a top 5 selection in the NFL draft. Kept being upset about people passing on him early in the first round. When he finally got to Minnesota, he decided to really establish himself in the NFL and let everyone else know they made a big mistake.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Lawrence Taylor able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. After the sack on 1st down, Wilson. And he's going to go down again. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is fielded at the 27. first half in an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Tight ends, Ringo. Go, go. Tight ends on the Ringo. Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Hey, check Mike 46.
Now Jackson throwing again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Jackson now. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
And it's fielded at the 34. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That second down play nets a -4.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the ball comes loose, and this is going to be Packer football.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
He's coming, double up.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. This will be caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Packers. As his guys are in for 6. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions. but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. To throw is Wilson. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's third down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Finding Gabriel, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Here's Mostert. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. On the move to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 18.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game's second half, no quit in him.
Zero.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Ah, yes, Reggie White. I remember when they first started calling him the Minister of Defense. It was back at the University of Tennessee. Snuffing out plays like that. Did you see that tackle for a loss? I remember him turning around the LSU game in 1983 with a similar play. Reggie White, one of the all-time greats.
13-time Pro Bowler, Reggie White. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Raheem Mostert there to make the grab. And the Ravens get a bit closer. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. To throw is Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
Well, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Buying time to his left. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, You would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. The clock still runs. We're at 90 seconds now. Throwing again on second down. Wilson. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Wilson operating from the gun. And he loses the football a second time. First down now, but the clock continues to move. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Here's Wilson to throw. Hard to believe his nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Wilson, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Open man, Taylor Gabriel. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. At first glance, I wasn't sure he got it. Then I saw that spot. Definitely a first down.
It was, but boy, on the other side, you disputed a little bit, wouldn't you? Okay, if you're playing defense, are you sure he got there? But that's why they tell you all the time, don't just get what you need, get a little bit more, and take the decision out of the hands of the officials.
Oh, there he needed a yard. He got a yard and maybe an inch. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. But now it's third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Hey, it's the coach at our Tiburon Studios in Orlando. This is the NFL on
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This is taken at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Go high. 55. Let's go. Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw, Cousins. And finding the tight end, Hooper. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They go play action. Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks. In there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now a give, right side. Dickerson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, Dickerson. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. 56 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
This will be taken very short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Cousins to throw it. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's the Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor doing what he does best. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. second quarter now. Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a second down coming up. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
Right there in the middle, 55.
3rd and long for Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. This is taken at the 23. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They run the counter. Dickerson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Here we go. Here we go.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Lawrence Taylor able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. 21 yards. Well done on the return. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
2 times.
Jackson now off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Six-time Pro Bowler Randy Moss, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. Going to throw again. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Randy Moss. 49 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. To throw is Jackson. Rolling to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's Holt. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. To throw is Cousins. He finds McCoy. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And how about this? He takes it all the way back. No time, no flags. A punt return touchdown and a stunning end of the first half.
And they kicked it to him. They kicked it to him. When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. But it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Tucker now for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Let's go.
partner as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
On first down, Dickerson sheds off the tackle, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And an alley to run. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Jackson on first down. And an alley to run. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Stepping, and it's a touchdown for the Packers. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. It's picked up by the Titans.
Well, that two-point attempt failed due to the fumble, but people can't see this. But you've got a ball in your hands now, and you've got the thing locked in pretty well. You've got it covered up.
I love having a football in the booth. I always hang on to it. Makes me feel like I actually played back in my day.
Well, you probably could have. If you had run that play, you would not have fumbled. I can tell you that.
Maybe.
Come on, fellas.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a fifth, barring it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. He'll take it at the 42. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He's been a good game manager. They're winning here in the 3rd quarter, but really the ground game is where it's been at for them, hasn't it?
So whatever the game plan was, you just got to focus on continuing to run the football. And really,
and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Randy Moss, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play that time for the Titans. 46 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, here's Cousins. This for his running back, McCoy. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on 2nd and 13. Cousins to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still...
Packer pressure, and down he goes. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
It's our field. It's our field.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. It's Hill, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And some space here. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. They've got this big lead. They said, forget 1, we want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some.
1st down. Here's Cousins. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does, is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Play fake. Cousins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Kelsey, the intended receiver there.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. After the interception, here's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Here we go now as they will again try for 2. From the gun, Jackson out to his left. He'll run it. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Packers defense, they ready themselves here. They are looking to preserve this shutout, so for them, a lot on the line.
A lot on the line, a lot of pride that goes into that. Because let's face it, when you've had that kind of a day, you do not want any type of a fluke play to end it. You're going to win the game. That's not the issue. But to have a clean ledger going into the locker room and sitting in film next week, oh, that's satisfying.
Feel good.
Oh, that's the way to do it.
They're looking to cradle that goose egg. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Lawrence Taylor. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.